James Bond producers have discussed Idris Elba as the next 007. That's a huge one. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You are all welcome to Journalist Entertainment. I'll give you hundreds of all the trends in Nigeria, Africa, and globally. Please, for those that are new and be kind enough to hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. Feel free to share the video on any of the social media platform. Well, so many of us have been following that movie, James Bond. Yeah, James Bond has been a superb franchise. They've been dropping hits movies back to back. And recently, Daniel Craig acted his last James Bond movie. And people have been asking who will become the next James Bond? Who will become the next James Bond? And we really want a black man to become the next James Bond. I can remember when Akon, the musician Akon, said he wanted to be the next James Bond. But it's like there's lights, at the end of the tunnel right now, because Idris Elba has been discussed. They've discussed with Idris Elba to become the next James Bond. That is a huge one. We have this news that the producers behind the James Bond franchise confirmed Idris Elba's name has come up, but one element makes it tricky. Last year, the long-running spy franchise reached a major milestone with the release of No Time to Die. The much delayed No Time to Die was both the 25th film in the franchise and the swan song for Daniel Craig. The online conversation surrounding the next James Bond was already heating up well before Craig said his goodbye. But producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson have stated they were waiting for the dust to settle on No Time to Die before kicking off their search. In a recent interview with Deadline's crew called Podcast, the Bond producers were faced with the question of whether Elba's name has come up at all in regards to the franchise. Broccoli admitted that he has been a part of the discussion, but that it's still difficult to move forward in the wake of Craig's departure, she said. Well, we know Idris, we are friends with him, and he's a magnificent actor. And he's been part of the conversation, but it's always difficult to have the conversation when you have someone in the seat. So, I think we have decided that until No Time to Die has had its run and Daniel has been able to, well, we've all been able to reap the benefits of Daniel's wonderful tenure. We are not going to think about or talk about anyone else. Well, we've heard it from the desk of the producers. We really want this Elba to become the next James Bond. What about it? Don't forget to drop a comment on the comment section below. Let's go back home to our beloved country, Nigeria. So many things have been happening in Nigeria. So many things. We've had so many news this week. Not just this week, it's been happening for decades now. Especially in the entertainment industry, people other persons are looking up to as a role models. They will get married, divorce. For simple reasons. Our parents got married for decades. They've been celebrating 7 decades. We don't even know what is happening. People will just get married and divorce for flimsy reasons. Give flimsy excuses. That's a terrible one. Yesterday, Aigbe leaves her husband for cheating, marries another woman's husband. This morning, woman executes her husband for cheating. Sammie Okposo apologizes for cheating on his wife. Polygamy fixes all of these issues. Yeah. Christians are not polygamy because the Bible does not encourage polygamy, but our Muslim brothers are practicing polygamy. Do you really think polygamy is the way forward? But mind you, getting 2 wives is hectic. Getting 3 or 4 wives is very, very hectic. Our Muslim brothers can attest to this. But we don't really know what is happening because the way people get married and divorced, and these people will be looking up to. They are in the entertainment movie industry and they keep getting married and getting divorces. Talking about the marital saga we'll be having, let's start with Sammie Okposo, the gospel singer. As I say, these guys are like role models. People are looking up to them, are copying their example. We have this news that gospel singer Sammie Okposo has now admitted to cheating on his wife Ozioma on social media. He suspended himself from ministerial duties and tendered an apology to his wife and the public in general. In his words, I work on making peace with God, repenting and asking for his forgiveness. That came from the desk of Sammie Okposo, and I dropped the full message he sent on the full printed words he sent on his Instagram account, apologizing to his wife and also his fans, so you can check it out. We're still talking about, this thing is becoming something else. It's becoming so common. Regarding Sammie Okposo and the wife, we have this news that Sammie Okposo impregnated me, asked me to remove the baby. Lady who claims to be the person Sammie Okposo cheated on his wife with in the United States of America speaks that Sammie Okposo, who is a man of God, got her pregnant and even asked her to remove the baby. What is really happening? What is really happening? A man of God doing this. It's terrible, terrible to the superlative degree. What do you have to say regarding that? Please don't forget to drop a comments on the comment section. Talking about marital issues we'll be having in our beloved country, Nigeria. Let's talk about Mercy Aigbe. This Mercy Aigbe case is something else. You can see this photo. Sometimes a replacement is closer than you think. You can see Mercy Aigbe and her new husband. And Mercy Aigbe's new husband was her ex-husband's best friend. They were best friends with her ex-husband. You can see Mercy Aigbe and the new husband's wife. They were friends. So at the end of the day, they switched lane. She just, this is terrible. Terrible to the superlative degree. But well, netizens have been dropping in comments of persons are saying, okay, that they should let Mercy Aigbe live her life. But some persons have been criticizing her that, come on, how can you marry your friend's husband, your best friend's husband? Still on Mercy Aigbe's issue, we have this news that Mercy Aigbe's estranged husband, Larry Gentry, responds to call for DNA test on son Juwon. Yeah, people have been calling for a DNA test because since the drama came up, we've seen the resemblance between their son, as in Mercy Aigbe and the estranged husband's son, and Mercy Aigbe's present man. Larry Gentry, ex-husband to Nollywood actress Mercy Aigbe, has replied to those urging him to conduct a DNA test on his son Juwon. This is shortly after he claimed that the actress was already involved in an illicit affair with her newly wedded husband, Kazeem Adeoti, while still married to him. Most so, people have pointed out some resemblance between Kazeem and the boy Juwon. Some people argue that Juwon could be mistaken for Kazeem Adeoti's biological son, as they share some resemblance. What is really happening? Talking about the marital issues or the news concerning marriages, we have this news that hotelier reportedly murdered by his wife for impregnating another woman in Lagos. Wahala dey, wahala dey. Wahala dey, plenty wahala. Hotelier reportedly murdered by his wife for impregnating another woman in Lagos, a side chick. A Lagos-based hotelier identified simply as Bama has reportedly been killed by his wife for allegedly impregnating another woman in Aigbe area of the state. The owner of Bama Hotel and Suites was reportedly attacked in his sleep by his wife of 8 years on Monday, January 24, 2020. It was gathered that the couple, who has 3 kids, just returned from Dubai when the unfortunate incident occurred. Although the details of the incident are still sketchy, a source, however, claimed she accused him of impregnating another woman, and from what was gathered, she drugged him and used hot iron to press him to death. Wahala dey, religious problem, marital issues. Well, what is the world turning into? Let us move on to another country. Let's leave Nigeria. Let's move on to Ghana, a neighboring country in West Africa. We have this news that policeman slept with female suspect in custody. What is really happening? A Ghanaian police officer identified as Corporal Roland 30 has been arrested for allegedly sleep sleeping with a suspected thief in custody. Forcefully sleeping with a suspected thief in custody. The policeman from Asucharia was accused of forcefully sleeping with a 17-year-old girl who was brought to the police station for allegedly stealing from her ex-boyfriend. The incident occurred shortly after the victim, identified as Precious Azuma, vomited, making Corporal Roland, who was on duty, to open up the cell so she could clean her mat and also clean the cell. 17-year-old. The policeman sleeping with a 17-year-old in cell, in police custody. What is, I mean, terrible news here and there, terrible news here and there. Well, what do you have to say regarding that? Don't forget to drop a comment on the comment section below. Let's leave this marital issue. Let's move on to something else. Recently, Obi Kubana met up with Fino, and from Obi Kubana, I say, you look like Jesus Christ, billionaire. Obi Kubana tells Fino, and guess what? Nigerians react. Nigerians will react a lot to stuff like this. Well, we are very from the desk of Obi Kubana, and do you really think Fino looks like a Jesus Christ? Don't forget to drop a comment on the comment section below. See the entertainment industry or what gives us vibe in this country. From the desk of Yemi Alade, she said, Instagram will just make you feel like, say, your body no rich. My dear, wear the clothes you use your money to buy. Now, fat, we no key anybody. Yeah. Instagram, you see everybody in Instagram is beautiful. You see them with good shapes and stuff, and people go the extra miles to do everything in their power just to look like these people we see on Instagram. Meanwhile, in real life, they don't look like that. We have so many filters we can use to edit our pictures and videos on Instagram. People have been using that, and some persons go the extra miles to do everything just to look like those people or the celebrities with millions of followers they see on Instagram. We should be very careful. If you see these people in real life, some of them they don't have the heights. I mean, yeah, they don't have the height. They don't have the looks we see on them on IG. So we have to be very careful. It's very unreasonable to put your life at risk just because you want to look like someone you haven't met in real life. Be careful. We're still talking about the entertainment industry. Don't drop this message that don't pray to have everything you see on social media. Yeah. What it seems like is not what it is in real life. Ask God for your desires, not what he gave Mr. X. This is, I think this is one of the best things I've seen on Twitter. Yeah, since Twitter came back. This message is just ask God for your desire or for what you want. Not because you saw Mr. A or Mrs. A looking flashy and stuff. Be very careful. Be very, very careful on what you ask God for. Just live your life. God created everybody. We all have different faces, different fingerprints. Everything about us is different. You might be looking up to someone and other people will be looking up to you. That is life for you. But see, the entertainment music industry, we have this good news that Davido stepped in Olakira's song Maserati and made it bigger. Now the boy back an ambassadorship with Maserati company. Happy for him. That's a huge one. He sang a song Maserati and he just backed an ambassadorial deal with Maserati company. Isn't that wonderful? Big ups to you, Olakira, and big ups to you, Davido. Davido is a superb musician. He works with so many artists, dropping his songs. We can feature Davido in remixes. Big ups to you, singer Davido. And according to Davido, he said he rises by lifting others. We're still talking about musicians in Nigeria. These guys have been putting smiles on our faces because the politicians, the clergymen have not really been giving us what we expect of them. But musicians have been giving us vibe. Yeah, they've been doing very well. Whether we like it or not, they're doing very well. We have this news from the desk of CKU. No, CK song Love Wanted has been doing numbers. From CK, he said, MI gave me an opportunity when no one did. I will never forget. Not the smoothest journey, but it is what it is. And I won't be in this new phase if he didn't do all he did. We rise by lifting others. Davido's words. It's always good to lift others. And we could remember when Wizkid was performing in Lagos, what he said about I could remember when Wizkid was performing in Lagos, what he said about Wandiko housing him. And look at where Wizkid is right now. And look at where CK is right now. Big ups to you, CK. Big ups to you, Emma. I mean, as I said earlier, these musicians have really been giving us vibe. Big ups to all the musicians putting smiles on our faces via our ears in this country, Nigeria. We just hope other people will emulate this fine example. Other people like in politics, in the clergymen and stuff. Thank you guys for watching the greatest entertainment. We hope you entertained. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. Feel free to share this video on any of the social media platforms. Take care of you and please do have a memorable day.